guys, this video is about 10 ways to get over a breakup, if you haven't seen that in the title. So, I guess this thing can work for guys and girls, but this is what I did to get over my breakup, which happened about 2 weeks ago. At least, that's when I'm making this video. So, if it's posted and it's like a month ago, then I'm so sorry, but trust me, I believe these tips will still work. Okay, so me and him are still really good friends, and we're working on our friendship now, so that's my relationship status with him, and I really don't want a relationship at all for a very long time because I want to think and try to find myself and be myself again, because I found I lost myself in this relationship because I was trying too hard to make sure everything was perfect when nothing's ever perfect. Okay, so first step on your breakup journey is cry and let it out. As soon as we broke up, I cried. I cried for a long time. I would wake up in the middle of the night crying. I would walk out of class and be like, "Miss, I need a moment," and go cry. Because crying is good. But I tried my best not to cry in school because there's people there. I don't want to cry in front of people. I'm not a big crier. I've never really cried much. And expressing my emotion isn't really where I belong. So crying was kind of strange, but I let myself do it, and I made sure no one was around, and if there was people around, it was my friends. Secondly, your parents. Your parents can really help you because they've probably been through relationships as well, but if you're like my family, my mom and dad met each other when they're 14 and 16, I think, 15 and like 16, same age as I started dating with my serious relationship with my ex. But my mom and dad have actually never broken up. They've been together for 10 years and then they got married. So they're the lucky ones. Okay, so sometimes that happens. So I couldn't really, my mom wasn't much help, but she was amazing with help. And she's always told me, never let anyone treat you less than their number one, and you never treat anyone less than they're your number one. So, and I'm pretty sure that didn't happen after a while. Hence the breakup. So after that, I went to my friends. And I called one after another, breaking down each time and trying to feel better. Over and over and over. For about 2 weeks. And I basically probably said a bunch of things that I probably could have kept to myself and should have not, because we do share the same friends, so it became a giant drama-full thing, and I'm not a very dramatic person, so I felt horrible. But sometimes your friends might care a little too much and get right in the middle and too involved. So the best thing is, if you're going to tell them, make sure you don't want them to get involved. And if you ask them not to get involved, then they probably won't get involved. If you don't want them involved. But if you want them involved, then tell them to go for it. But it's better for you to talk to the person than for your friend to talk to the person that you broke up with. And that's a bit what I wish happened. But that's all. And your friends are just trying to care for you because you're both of you, basically, if you have the same friend group like me and my ex. So, who knows? And breakups are confusing, especially when it's with your first love. You will always love them, whether you want to or not. But you have to realize that this love may not last for, you'll love them, and you don't know what type of love it is. It's a strange feeling that you really care and really like them, but you don't want to be in a relationship with them. That's called first love. And I'm just going to call it first love sickness. It's where you're still in love with them, but you're going to love other people more. And you'll always remember your first love. And first love is always the hardest, so Okay, I'm thinking about fourthly, I'm going to say do things that you enjoy. I don't know. Do things that make you feel beautiful, make you feel good about yourself. Like for me, I took bubble baths, and I took showers, and I shaved my legs, and I did beauty treatments to make me feel beautiful. And luckily, I had a hair appointment during that time, so even though she was like, "Oh, you don't need this hair appointment if you don't want to, because you can wait a couple more weeks, couple more months." And we decided to get done then and there because I wanted to feel beautiful for the next day. I wanted to feel good about myself. So, hence the little makeover. So that's fourth, do things to make you feel good about yourself and make you feel confident. And another thing that I have to add to that for 5 would probably be treat yourself, because pay for things that you wouldn't normally pay for. Like, I bought myself clothes, I bought myself little rings, and like this ring here, can you see it? Oh, there we go. This ring here, my friend Chelsea picked out for me, and it's like our friendship rings, and I love it so much. Oh my. I think we're there. But, you know, that's just stuff I did. But this may sound weird, and I don't know if this can really count for guys, but buy yourself something like a new bra to make you feel sexy. Like, it has to be a really cute or really like nice looking bra, but don't be whoring yourself around showing everyone. This is yours, and going to school or going whatever the next day and you're like, I look damn sexy under my clothes and no one knows about it. That might make you feel a lot better, and trust me, it does, because when you know you look phenomenal. What? Okay. Mom's gonna pick up Dad. But like, when you know that you look great under your clothes and no one else can know, you feel really confident about yourself, and that's good for girls, and sometimes it helps. I think I'm on 6. 6 would probably be get back to your normal routine. And that's what I usually do when something really bad happens to me. I'll push it aside and try to get back to my normal routine. I'll dive into my work, I'll dive into hanging out with friends, all of that. So diving into my work was really easy, like, because I had to study a lot anyway for midterms. So I studied and studied and studied and tried my best for good grades, and I passed all my midterms, so I was good. But passing was hard because a lot of people did, and I found it hard. So I just kind of focused on something else. Moving your focus to something else can really help. And I don't mean for this video to be so long and boring, but it really helps. And now I think it's like 7, I don't know. Hang out with friends and try to make things normal. And I say this because I invited my friends over for a normal hangout, and we all played video games, and I got my mind off it, and I was having fun. So that's something that really, really helps, is if you're out there and you're gonna have fun. So getting out there and having fun again is really, really good, and it can help you find yourself. So 8. Anyway, 8. I'd have to say maybe sometimes you need to take time away. And I didn't listen to this till like last minute. Like, first I went in and I ignored him and I smiled and I acted like I was fine, like nothing really mattered. But then he texted me, and I had to be honest, say, yeah, I cried for like 3 days straight and I'm really hurt, but I'm not going to let it get me down because I don't see a point in that. And then we tried to be friends, and then this big confusing thing happened. And I gotta say, if it still feels like a relationship and he broke up with you, or if it still feels like a relationship and you broke up with him, give them space. Take time away, because that's not ending it. That's trying to keep it going with both of you not understanding why you're trying to do it. So my advice is end it as soon as you can, and if it keeps being that weird thing, because you need time away and you need time to think. Because this person just broke up with you, or you just broke up with this person, and you're still acting like you're in a relationship. Is that necessarily right? Are you acting like this because you still like the person, or are you acting like this because you want a relationship? And you have to determine if you miss the relationship or the person. And sometimes, yes, you're going to miss the person, but other times you're also going to miss the relationship, and you got to realize that you got to move on. And you will start to see where things kind of went sour, and you'll realize that you should have noticed some things or picked up on some things. But that doesn't mean you guys won't have a chance again in the future. But it also doesn't mean that you might never have a chance again and you just want to be friends. Which can happen. It honestly can. And I think that if you guys still feel like you're together when you're broken up, take a week away from each other, ignore each other, or like do something. And I know I didn't listen to that at first, but I know it's something I needed to do. And I think I'm at number 9 now. Okay, so at 9, I have to recommend maybe trying to get a date or going out somewhere. You may not necessarily be 100% over him, but you can ask a guy that's kind of sweet to you and kind of cute or something to go out to a movie date or something to get your mind off it and help you move on. Because sometimes those things actually help. Now, I had a date plan, but we didn't really go through with it, and we're still trying to make that up with a really good friend of mine from work. So I kind of can't wait for that, and hopefully it happens, because he's really sweet and he makes me feel really happy. Also, for number 10, and I'm going to have this play me out, okay? Listen to powerful music that makes you feel so much better. Like, don't listen to like sad songs. And sometimes listening to sad songs is good. Music is probably one of the best things you can listen to. Like, I recommend probably listening to sad breakup songs and helping you cry out. But then after it, I want you guys to listen to like hard, I'm better than this, screw you, I'm a good person music. Kind of that music that makes you feel so confident that you can just walk around with your like middle fingers out and say, I don't give a fuck. See, I rhymed there. And one of the songs I really like is what my friend Katie showed me. Black hair, purple, short hair, Katie showed me. And I will let it play me out. And I actually love this song. And last but not least, I have to say thank you. So my recording randomly stopped, and I don't know why, and I'll have to add this on, so that's why it stopped. But I have to say a major thank you probably to my cousin Haley, my best friend Chelsea, and my friend Katie. And all the guys that are my friends that haven't really been in my videos, but thank you to like all my friends who've actually been there for me. Like Haley going and putting on plastic nails for me and doing face masks with me from the dollar store or whatever, and Chelsea like making me laugh, and Katie showing me music.